Have you considered expanding the topics you cover on Techlore to try to reach a wider audience? Yeah, and I definitely think this is something that I'm leaning more towards. It's nice to get a change up. It's nice to switch things up. It does get tiring talking about the same exact topics all the time, because I don't know. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and so talking about privacy and security is really fun still, and I'm really passionate about it. But when you're talking about the same things over and over, it can get a little dull. Pause. And I guess besides just myself, Internet Ghost touches on something that we've kind of noticed back here with reaching wider audiences. So one really interesting side effect of the Techlore Clips channel, which is the channel where we clip different types of content and we publish it as unique, like short videos essentially. So in this live stream, many of these questions I'm answering are going to end up on the Techlore Clips channel. So what we've noticed on Techlore Clips is when we brand videos as privacy and security videos. So for example, like this messenger is unprivate XYZ. It just doesn't perform as well as this messenger did what? And what I'm trying to say here is when we brand these videos towards a wider demographic and we don't brand it around privacy and security, they almost across the board perform better than when we brand them as privacy and security related. Which makes sense because a lot of people don't care about privacy and security. They're not on YouTube to watch privacy and security content specifically. And so that's what we've noticed on Techlore Clips. Is that when we brand things towards a wider audience and then we maybe throw in some privacy into the concept, then it performs better. And so we're slowly trying to tinker with like integrating that into the main Techlore channel. We've been playing with that now in surveillance support, and it's actually been very successful for us. If anyone's been watching surveillance support the last couple months and you pay attention to some of the branding, unless it's a really big name in the privacy space, we're trying to avoid privacy and security branding. And we're trying to reach wider demographics to pretty much try to bring privacy to more people. Because at the end of the day, if you only brand to privacy, you're only branding to people who are either searching for privacy or are already involved with privacy. And we're hoping to kind of expand beyond that. And that's kind of what we've been noticing back here. So yeah, you're pretty much touching on something that we've been playing with the last 6 months or so. And it's really been good. And someone says you have to clickbait. We get it. And it's not even clickbait. It's like there's ways to clickbait what I'm speaking to for sure. But even without clickbait, it's actually how we market things. And so every Techlore video, just to speak to this, I try to have the title and thumbnail picked out before I even start scripting a video, let alone pick up a camera. And when you pick a title and thumbnail, you're essentially also picking your target demographic. So a good example of this is the Proton Pass video. So I can choose to brand a Proton Pass video as, Proton Pass is awesome, XYZ. And that's great. But that means that someone has to actively be looking for Proton Pass. And that pretty much really limits what your target demographic can be versus here's why this is my favorite password manager. Means that now anyone who's looking for a password manager is the target demographic. So that's an example of how it's not even necessarily clickbait. It's just choosing how we market something and what the video is even about. And this is why this is my favorite password manager, because I picked the title and thumbnail before I script, is actually going to be a different video. So like it's just a different video altogether. And it's pretty much more of these broader, wider audience videos that we might try to lean more into. Not all the time, because I still think it's good to have specific content for like the specific privacy and security community. But when you try to branch out, you actually do see a lot of people like start discovering privacy and then find your other content. So just a little bit of the nuance there, because you can actually clickbait either of those things. And I think that like a lot of people will do that. And there definitely is a fine line between clickbait and like attention bait, whatever you want to call it. But that exists in both of those spectrums. And I think this is a slightly different thing, which is just target demographics and like what you're choosing to market, essentially. I think I beat that one really heavily there. Hey there, thanks for watching this Techlore clip. I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed this content, we have many other clips on this channel that you can get subscribed to. Otherwise, you can check out our full channel at Techlore, where we talk about digital rights, privacy, security, open source, Linux, and many other exciting topics to keep you safer online. We'll see you over there, and we hope you enjoyed this clip.